Hi there, and welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to share with you some cards that I made. I'm doing a collab with my friend Deb, and each month we're choosing a different supply or tool from our craft rooms, and for the month of July we are using stencils or masks. And so for this week I pulled out this stencil. It does not have a company name on it, so I'm just calling it a generic stencil here. It's 5 by 5 in size, but the design area is actually 4 3/4 square. So I used the stencil, and I used some watercolor paper, and to help hold the stencil nice and tight against the watercolor paper, even though I used the smoother side, I used this pixie spray. I don't always use this, but I used it this time because I was going to use some oxide sprays, and I wanted it, the liquid not to seep under the little openings. So one of the colors I used was Lucky Clover, Crushed Olive, Twisted Citron, Bundled Sage, and Mowed Lawn. And what I did is I had my stencil on the watercolor paper, and then I put it inside a box and used the box to help contain the little droplets from the sprays. I also matted my two cards with some metallic cardstock. This was a scrap that I had. Well, they're both scraps, but this was the last bit I have of this one. It's metallic green. It's more of a yellow green. And then this one is some Miri card paper, and it's more of a bluish green. It's green, but it has more of a blue tone to it. I don't know if that difference will show up there. I also used the last 5 stickers of this sticker pack. It's from Forever in Time. They're craft stickers. They're 3-dimensional ladybugs. I absolutely love these and would love to find another source to pick some of these up again. The store I bought these from a long time ago has since closed down. So here are my 2 cards. Here's the first one. So you can see the different shades of green throughout the card. And then this is the one that I mounted on more of the mirrored metallic cardstock. This die is from the Stamps of Life. It does have a shadow die, which I chose not to use. And then here's the ladybug stickers. They're popped up on dimensionals. This watercolor paper is also popped up with foam tape onto the mirrored cardstock, and then a craft colored card base. And then the inside of this card has some white paper, but other than that it's blank. And then I was inspired by Deb, who in her previous video she took the ink that was still on her stencil and she made a second print. And so I did that as well, and I got the second generation print from the same stencil with the oxide spray on it. Didn't add any more spray, just used what was on there. Now this one is matted on that more yellowish green metallic cardstock that isn't quite as reflective. And then this is a die from my stash. I'm not sure what company this one is from. But then 3, almost said butterflies, 3 ladybugs down the side, and they're on dimensionals. And again, this panel right here is popped up on foam tape. And then the inside has a white layer, but otherwise blank. So those are my 2 cards to share with you this time. I'll be leaving a link down below to Deb's channel so you can check out her projects this week. I'd like to thank all of you for joining me, and now I'm off to create.